As we are reaching the end of the first week of our MOOC, it should now be clear what composites are, why it is crucial to implement recovery strategies for them, and which are the major opportunities and limitations in this field. Nevertheless, to complete the introductory framework on this topic, it's important to give an overview of the most relevant aspects related to compliant waste management. The compliant management of waste follows precise rules in Europe. The first important thing to underline is that landfilling is still a viable option for materials like composites, eventually pre-treated via size reduction and compression. Both general and composite-specific European initiatives are forcing the gradual shelving of landfills, which will be forbidden from 2030 for those materials whose recycling or recovery is feasible and environmentally sustainable. Nevertheless, composite disposal is nowadays still an often exploited option. Regardless of its final destination, waste shipment is strictly ruled, especially in case of shipping abroad. Cross-border shipment of waste is subject to the procedure of prior written notification, which clearly identifies the notifier and the consignee for the recovery or disposal of the notified waste, preliminarily linked by a valid contract. Each waste batch is categorized by a code, respecting the European Waste Catalog. The current list of EWCs doesn't foresee any specific code for composites, which are usually classified as plastics. This further complicates the selective recovery of composite waste streams. The final point introduced in this video to highlight the complexity of waste management in Europe is related to recycling plants. Each industrial site which wants to be qualified for waste treatment must undergo strict authorization practices. On top of that, if this plant implements proper recycling technologies, a specific end-of-waste authorization is needed to certify that the secondary raw material produced can be reintroduced in identified manufacturing processes and has therefore market desirability. The briefly introduced legislative and operative framework demands for non-trivial effort from waste producers and waste management companies, regardless of the environmental impact of the chosen recovery solution. To ensure sustainability in their post-use management, some product categories in Europe are protected by the extended producer responsibility regime. For products as batteries, producers must ensure compliant collection and efficient recycling of the product they commercialize, with the possibility to entrust a dedicated compliant scheme. Some countries already adopt EPR regimes for composites-rich products, as France does for boats. Some European initiatives are trying to expand the EPR scheme for composite products at continental level, pushing for a more sustainable waste management.